Davey Grant versus Raphael Assuncao next.
Talk about good moments. I mean,
Yeah.
this fight wasn't as good as the Petrino fight, but I mean, the finish is about as good as it gets. That third round was fucking nuts.
Now, this is where we did see a point deducted, right, for a fence grab?
Yeah, I thought Keith Peterson did a fantastic job this fight. He did.
Yeah.
It's one thing you could argue. Well, we'll
Let go
talk
of the
about it.
fence.
Let go of the fence. All right, I'm gonna take a point. But I mean, also I'm a huge Davey Grant fan, so maybe I'm just biased, right? But every single time Davey Grant's in a fight, and I love Assunção too, but Davey Grant is cut from a different cloth
Now, why do
than
you like
most
Davey Grant fight so much?
because he looks to make it a dogfight
Yes.
every single time. He doesn't give
Yes.
a fuck about looking good. He's just in there to break you with hooks, and he mixes up to the body better than most. I mean, he's just in so many barn burners that with the right game plan, yeah, you could probably beat Davey Grant with some takedowns, some control,
Which
things like that.
I think this is part of the reason that Raphael Assuncao did so well is because he was so patient the
Yeah,
first 2 rounds where
that's how
he
you beat him.
wasn't willing to make it a dogfight.
Yeah,
But Davey Grant being Davey Grant's going to find a way, dude.
he's
And the
gonna
thing
find a
is,
way. Holy
he's
shit.
relentless. And with
Yeah,
3 minutes left, like I could see it, man.
yeah,
You know, it's like 5 minutes, starts the third round, go. And it's still pretty good. Ascensao's being pretty patient. And
yeah.
then 3 minutes left in the third round. And I'm like, oh, your boy's looking a little labored. You know, like his
Yeah.
steps are a little bit slower.
He's
His
not
shots
getting
are a
the
little bit slower.
takedowns.
And now he starts cracking Raphael
Yeah,
Assuncao. So not only is he exhausted, but now there might be a little cobwebs up there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Dude, he didn't look like he was reacting as quickly as he was in the first. Like he saw everything coming in the first and that second round.
yeah.
Davey Grant starts just unloading. Everything starts landing for Davey.
Yeah, and just like once again, classic Davey Grant refuses to throw straight punches. It's all hooks.
No
But
need.
yeah, no need.
If you're Davey Grant,
He lands one of the nastiest spinning back fists I've seen in a while. He drops a sunset, I think, twice in the round. Maybe they only credit him one, but uh, regardless, in that 3 minute window where you need a finish, he starts cracking them. Eventually, a sunset gets in on the takedown, and you're like, "No, there's only like 40 seconds left. Like it's not gonna work." And then Davey Grant fence grabs to literally keep himself up, and he's in a dominant position. Right, he's like cracking him like the Travis Brown style, right, up against the fence. And then Keith Peterson separates him. He takes a point, and then the commentary team goes crazy. DC goes crazy because DC routinely proves that he has no idea the rules of fighting, even though he's one of the greatest to ever do it. He has no clue what the rules are. But they take a point away. Now they're standing, and Davey Grant again is just on him, cracking him. And then a Assunção shoots, and Davey Grant gets in a weird position where he's
lazy
like kind of
shot.
like yeah, lazy shot. He kind of has like stepped over as he's trying to get up, and Assunção's trying to like lift him up, but he's like between his legs, and then he's like, oh, and then just locks his legs, and it's over. Just chokes him out cold. The inverted triangle.
There's the
I mean,
inverted triangle
fantastic.
right there. Oh yeah, and again, Keith Peterson, fantastic job this fight. He had a
Yeah,
good
he did
night
a
all around.
really good
Uh,
job.
Look, you see him right next to
Look at him
Raphael Assuncao, asking him questions,
blowing
starts
cigarette
shaking the
smoke in his
hands
face.
multiple, multiple times,
Yeah.
moving his hand, just to make sure that he was out.
Well, what's crazy is he asked him a couple times, and I think
Are you
Assunção
good?
replied, "Yeah, okay." And I think
Yeah,
he replied. I think he was like, "I'm good," and then was out immediately after. and
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, what an insane finish for a guy who's down. And they're like, you can't just you got to put him back on the takedown. You got to give him the position. And it's like, no, you take the point away. And then they're like, yeah, but he needed to finish anyways. And it's like, that's the rules.
yeah,
That's the rules.
yeah.
And that is an
You don't
interesting thing, right?
change the rule depending on where the fight is or how the fight's being scored so far.
No, the rule is if a fence grab makes it so that you're in a dominant position and you take a point, you do not reward the position with a takedown. You don't. You don't put him in guard. You don't do that. You already took a point. That's the negative effect. And you could say, well, you shouldn't take a point because he was down already and he already needed a finish. But you don't know that. It's not like they consult the judges. You don't
Yeah,
know who's up. And you shouldn't take that into account. If you take a point away, that is the punishment for the fence grab. Can you abuse that? 100% you can. If you're down 2 rounds and you're in the third round, you need a finish and you're getting taken down. Why not grab the fence, get a point deduction? Now we're standing again. You should do that. That's the rules. You should.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Chris Lieben did it against was it Terry Martin? He was down that fight in the third round. He literally picked him up, and I'm pretty sure Lieben like grabs the top of the fence, like around it, to stop the takedown. And so they take a point, they separate him, and then Chris Lieben knocks him out because he's a savage.
Yeah.
But that is the problem with the rules. But the problem should not be with Keith Peterson. A lot of people were saying that he did a bad job reffing this fight. It's not his fault. That's the rules. It's not.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier, right? I don't think Volkov would have cared if they would have taken a point from him because in his mind, he's like, dude, this isn't going to go 3 rounds. I'm going to finish
I got
guy.
this guy.
You know what I mean?
He looks at me, he's like, you think this guy's going 3 rounds?
Damn.
But isn't that weird, though? Like, if we're fighting, right, and I beat you in the first 2 rounds, and I'm beating you because I'm taking you down and stuff, you need to knock me out, and you're the way better striker, right, let's say. And then in that 3rd round, you already know you need to finish. The scorecard doesn't matter at this point. It's irrelevant. And I shoot on another takedown. Why would you not grab the fence, get the point deduction, and get stood back up? I would do it every single time you shot in the 3rd round. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, it's a rule that works in your favor.
100%. If you choose to abuse it, I mean, maybe you can get DQ'd for it, but you get at least 1. You know? It is kind of a weird rule, though, right?
Unless it's Mark Smith, then you get as many as you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, everybody. Ramiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.